It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Can I get a Roll Tide inside the comment box? I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is Friday. It is April 11th. You have 8-day practice tomorrow. It is such a beautiful day, a really good time to give gratitude and just to be in this moment in time, talking a little Alabama football before the Crimson Tide hits the practice field at Bryant Stadium on Saturday for a practice. We're talking practice? Well, yeah, we're talking practice. So here to talk about the defense. Yesterday we previewed the offense. How the show's going to work today is we'll do some roster management. We'll go over a couple college football headlines this morning. There's a couple things I wanted to address. And then on the meat of the show, we'll be talking about the Alabama defense, which I'm really excited about because when you look at the defense collectively, my goodness. I mean, some people say 9 starters. I say 10. Anytime you get over that 7 starters coming back with your returning defensive coordinator, Coach Kalen DeBoer yesterday was talking about the fact that they have so much staff that is, staying here from the first year. Those are positive things, specifically on the defensive side. So Kane Womack has a loaded defense. We'll highlight those guys. We'll talk about a couple injuries, guys that'll be out tomorrow. But overall, that's how the show will roll. And I appreciate you guys being here. Definitely jump inside the comment box. Today's poll is, are you coming to 8-day practice? Are you coming to 8-day practice? If you're in the area, curious about it, it's free. You have to pay for the autographs. That's how they're working things. So let me know inside the comment box. If you're curious out there and you want to become a sponsor of Bama Football on YouTube, we saw collectively 11.6 million views last year. nmpreps@gmail.com. It's like my personal email. I've had that forever. So hit me up there. If you want to support the show right here on Bama Football on YouTube, there's a couple different ways. You could thumbs up, super chat, Bama YouTube, Venmo, Cash App, all the same. But I appreciate you guys just being here, locking and loaded. And let's get on with the show right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Call line not open, but I will be at 8-day, and I'll let you know where I'm going to be on Saturday if you want to roll through. I don't even know if we're going to be posted up at the tailgate. I don't. More to follow. All right. Let's give some shout-outs. I always like giving shout-outs. When you guys check in on your Roll Tide roll call, let me know where you're watching from specifically. Like if you're in, if you're in, I don't know, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, say Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and so forth. All right, let's get on with it. And we have Alyssa checking in. She says, good morning, Bama family. Our defense is a unit. Bray Hubbard, 100%. Kimberly, what's up? Good morning to you. Caitlin, the boss, good morning. Herman, always checking in. Perfect attendance, as always. Patriot Life, checking in as well. What's up, Patriot Life? Hope mom is doing well. Chad Kennedy, what's going on? Good morning to you. Army 3275, good morning. From, what's up, my boy? From is in the house. Larry Large. What's up, Larry? Good to see you. Soli 462, I appreciate you coming through this morning. What's up, Mr. 73? Says absolutely loaded. Myron's here. Kimberly, I said what's up. Carlos, good morning. Todd in for life, what's up? We got a super chat rolling through. Jonathan, good morning. Southern Red, what's up? Southern Red. Kaylin, good morning. Jay Boogie, Wade Byrne, Nick Harden. Man, this is a star-studded cast up in here. Taylor McAllister, what's up, Taylor? Ricky Smith's coming to us from Alabama. Chad's down in Double Springs. I don't even know where Double Springs is. Cold is up in here. Coming to us from T-Town, that's what's up. Fromm is coming to us from the Tennessee and Kentucky, 2 really good states. And Forrest Jackson saying, roll, Tide, roll. Alex, what's up, man? Alex is going to be in town on Saturday. And Jay Boogie coming to us from Hillsborough. That's what's up. All right, I appreciate you guys being here. 8-day tomorrow. It's 8-day, Golden Flake 8-day. Look, nobody knows how this is really going to go down. Brennan's coming to us from Muscle Shoals. Ooh, I love that area. And Myrtle Beach. Oh, man. Love me some South Carolina. 100%. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't even think the university knows. We don't know the future, okay? What we do know is that it's not a game, it's a practice. Let's reframe our thinking from it being not a game, because it's not going to be a game. It's going to be a practice. So we have to go into this event knowing that it's going to be a practice. Zoom out on this overall day. you still have time for camaraderie. You can still hang out with your fellow Crimson Tide football fans. You can still get behind the players, the coaches. If you want interviews and you're into that thing, you can sign up through Yay Alabama. We'll see something from the practice. They'll have, a couple exciting points. Jeff Allen said you'll get an insight to see how Alabama's practiced. I think there's probably 99% of everybody on the channel right now hasn't seen Alabama practice. I've seen them practice, the times that I saw them practice for the media, it's only like 10 minutes. They let you out there, you run around, and sometimes they're in individual drills. Sometimes they're just literally stretching. So to get an opportunity to watch like a full-length practice is pretty rare, I have to say. And I think that's good. Taylor McAllister became a fan funder, which I really appreciate, and tied in Florida with a $1.99 super chat. Awesome, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the overall product. But you get my point? Like, to be able to see a full practice, and I'm not trying to like gas it up and make it more than it is. Like, you have to go in knowing that it's a practice, okay? So I think seeing a practice for an hour, maybe some change and some good weather, if you don't have anything else to do and you're in the area, check it out. It's not going to be on TV. I'm going. I don't even know what I'm going to do from the game or from the practice. Maybe cut some highlights, give you my assessment. I don't know. This will all be kind of on the fly. Patriot Life in here with a hell of a super chat saying he's going to miss the 8-day practice, but family more important. His mom right now needs your thoughts and prayers. So, and also keep Jenny Cackney. She's going through it as well. So she's a huge Alabama football fan. She's going through cancer. We've spoke about this. She comes on the channel every once in a while. There's a pink ribbon inside the comment box if you want to display, your support for her as she fights. And she's a huge Alabama football fan. We met her last year. The whole crew. We met her last year. Patriot Life was there. It was really nice. I didn't even, it was so nice to meet her. And she wanted to come to A-Day. So, Jenny Cagney, always keep her in your prayers. You'll see her around. She's on, I've seen her on other shows, and I've seen her on, Facebook fan sites. Such a good person. Really warm soul. Just a really good person. So, there's a lot of people everybody's going through something. That's the thing about life. Everybody's going through something. So I think you have to have empathy for everybody, right? And that's why coming to A-Day, I think is a good way to get together with people, because when you're with people, you're rooting for the same team, beautiful weather. I mean, does it really get much better than that? Seriously, if you zoom out, I don't know if it does. Patriot Life feeling good today, hitting us up with another 5 fan funderships. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Patriot Life, man. Killing it, bro. Thank you so much. No, Jonathan, this is my other. So I have 2 Ryan Williams hoodies. You can get these at Athletes Thread. Athletes Thread, just type it in, type your favorite player. They all pop up. You can buy different gear. Some of it's a little expensive, I'm not going to lie. But I think I might get me a Bray Hubbard, right? Where am I going to be during A-Day? I think I'm going to hit the quad. If some of my guys are tailgating with my F3 crew, I'll go and chill with them for a little while. And then I'll walk over to the stadium, maybe do like a walk and talk, and just post up in the stadium. I might shoot some footage from the stands, and then I'm going to walk back, and then I'll do like a video either from there or after the game. I don't know. It'll all be kind of from the fly. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a beautiful day tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, did you see this? Look at this. They're covering a couple of high point hoodies. Chad, if you want different type of hoodies, Athletes Thread is a good place to start. And then if you're in Tuscaloosa, the student store, they don't have a wide range, to be honest. But they have of players. They have 0 players, but they have your typical hoodies that you'd see. I like to get my hoodies that are kind of customized. Okay, Alabama right now. Check this out. We'll go full screen on this. Look at the line. Jarvis, did you see this? So when this line opened, so this is Alabama, Florida State. Originally, I want to say Alabama was favored by like 6.5 touchdown, right? Well, today, I just checked this, 11.5. So I don't know if FanDuel is listening to my show or to all the other shows that are much bigger than mine, or if they're listening to Chris Lowe or Josh Pate. By the way, I just saw that Josh Pate got engaged. It just popped up on my Instagram. Congratulations to him. Amazing. Man. Quality dude, 100%. They look so happy. I was really happy for him. I don't know how it popped up on my Instagram. It just like came up. Taylor in with the super chat. That's what's up. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. But the line now is 11.5. So that means to me that people feeling kind of bullish on Alabama football in the preseason time. We don't even know who the quarterback is, do we? I think we know that the quarterback, at least that's going to start the game, would be Ty Simpson. But man, they're starting to feel good. And a lot of it might revolve around the Alabama defense, which will be the meat of the show here in a little bit. We'll talk about the defense, and I think I'll hype you up about the defense. If you don't know about the defense, the defense has really good depth. And the thing about the offense, we have question marks about the two deep at the offensive line. Everything else is really good. On Alabama's defense, the two deeps are really good. And when they're healthy, they're going to be that much better, right? I appreciate the super chat. Patriot Life, Todd in Florida, and Taylor. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wade Burns is like, woohoo! I'm out of work this week. Headed home to get on 65. It's sunny. High 60 up in the West Michigan. That's what's up, man. Yeah, we'll keep you posted on things that transpire here in Tuscaloosa. Brandon Wood chimes in. He says, yeah, I think the experts see our wide receiver around with the first-team quarterback, and that's a good recipe for Ryan Grubb. That could be it, too. I mean, maybe there was a little bit of question marks on the offensive side, but now that they've, maybe have a tiny bit better understanding of Alabama's offense, and I think we do, too. Maybe that line's bumped up a little bit more. I didn't even know this had just jumped up. So I would imagine, maybe FanDuel's at Bama's practice, like Carlos is saying. Probably. Carlos, dude, you look good, dude, in the gym, bro. Dude, way to put that work in, bro. Good for you. Take care of your mind, your body, your soul, right? Recently, and I'm going to get to my next slide in just a second, started a men's devotional channel, basically day by day. I wanted to get strengthened in that department. I'm always looking ways to strengthen myself, and I feel that was an area that I needed to take action. It's better to put it in action than just talk about it or to think about it, right? The best way to do something is to put it in action. So I feel like a daily devotional keeps me accountable, right? And with the shows, like, it must go on. And I think that's kind of the thing that I want to be strengthened in, is you got to pray every day. So that's something that I'm doing personally. If you want to follow the journey, check out the YouTube channel. I have a really good interview today that'll be posted. It's with my sister, who's very spiritually connected. All right. Did you see this? Coach Saban's nominated for an Emmy. This is amazing. So, look, thumbs up inside the comment box if you agree with this. Do you feel that Coach Saban elevated the product of game day? It was incredible. And I know Pat McAfee has some stuff going on right now. But I felt that Pat McAfee by himself was a little bit much, right? And I felt like, I don't know if ESPN almost let him go, or who knows. I don't know if that was just a rumor or whatever. But when they added Coach Saban, him and Pat McAfee they really had a really good synergy. And Coach Saban, we knew that, he's good at everything that he does. And a lot of it is because his natural talent. He's very personable, but a lot of it is because of his experiences and the wins and the losses that he's gone through within his life, right? So I knew from the minute that he stepped on to the NFL draft last April, holy cow, he was the best analyst by far. And the great thing about it is he had recruited those guys, whether at high school, to come to Alabama. It was incredible. I've never seen anybody slice it up like that from an analyst perspective. And there's a lot of highly qualified people in that field, right? And then you put them on game day, and it just made sense. I think their ratings were hella up. I like when he was singing. He's just himself. And I feel that when we're comfortable in our own skin, that kind of shines through, along with the natural talent that he has for being an analyst, a coach, an analyst, a mentor, a father, right? A grandfather. Those are that's the area of life that he's in. So love to see it. I don't know if he'll win the Emmy or not. Honestly, I could care less, but I think it is cool that he's at least being nominated for the award. This is crazy. So college football, you want to talk off the rails? Tennessee's quarterback is trying to, according to reports, it's all over. He's in contract negotiations with Tennessee. He's the starting quarterback, but he could maybe transfer if he doesn't get a new deal on the table. Look, I think this is going to happen to all major programs at some point in time. It's not college football anymore. It's more pro level where we're at. And if these players aren't getting paid enough from their agent, right? Like if their agent doesn't think they're making enough based off the analytics that they have, you're going to see a lot more of this. Jonathan's like, Nico needs more money to be mediocre. You know, I do like his game. I don't feel like he's reached his max yet. Like, he didn't do a lot of damage. His downfield passing really needs to improve. I think he's, I mean, is he one of the top quarterbacks coming back in the SEC? Honestly, is he? Maybe not. He's probably like, 6th or 7th. I'd have to see all the quarterbacks on the board before I say that, but I think I'm just shooting from the hip there. I don't think he's like an absolutely elite level guy. How much is he getting already? $2 million? Does he want $4 million? Does he think he's worth that? I don't know. The best quarterback in the SEC now, I'm thinking about it, might be the transfer that went to Oklahoma, right? I think he might be one of the top level guys coming back. But again, he was doing this against non-SEC competition. So there's a big difference. We know this. Playing out west and then coming to the southeast. Whole different league. So who knows what's going to happen here, but I think this kind of sets a precedent for what will happen in the future. And this is going to be difficult for fans because I bet you a lot of fans are like, man, why are you doing this? And then some fans are like, he earns the money. Just think about it. What if the headlines read, Ryan Williams is in renegotiations with Alabama? I'm sure Ryan is being paid a healthy amount. I'm just saying, like, using that as an example, I think we're kind of moving towards that in the world of college football. Like it, don't like it, this is where we're at. Crazy. This is, I never thought I'd see this, like, covering college football, but here we are. Oh, these are all the awards that Coach Saban, some of the awards that Coach Saban has won. Look at these awards. ESPN Icon Award. Bobby Dodd Award. You know what was interesting is he only won this Paul Bear Bryant Award twice. How could that be? That goes to the best coach in college football. Sometimes when you're at the top, you don't win a lot of awards. You don't get a lot of notoriety when you're like the top guy, right? It always goes to kind of like the up-and-comer or like who somebody thinks is an overachiever. But I'll tell you what. It's harder to stay at the top when you're at the top, right? It is. To be able to maintain, because when you're at the top, people are like, oh, you're at the top. Like, you're there, And then when you keep being there, they're like, oh, it's just because, things are going so well. Do you know how hard it is to stay at the top, just to maintain a high level of consistency of performance just in life? It's pretty much impossible. So far out credit to those people who have their what together and who can maintain solid structure for long periods of time. All right, so Bama game day. Here's a graphic from the University of Alabama. On the right column, it says gates open to the football stadium at 11 a.m. The Walk of Champions for their practice is at 11:30. This is for people coming to the game. At 12 p.m., the practice will start. And then following the practice, you get the autographs if you're a member of Yale, Alabama. So there's other events, taking place. There's a lot going on today, Friday. You can watch track and fields right now. You can ditch the show and go over to Sam Bailey Track and Field Stadium. That's free. Tonight you can go to the Joe. I think I have a baseball ticket. Patriot Life sent me a baseball ticket. If somebody's interested to go to the baseball game, let me know. Tide Pride Breakfast, that's 8:30 tomorrow. Coleman Coliseum, that's tickets required. You can find all the information on Alabama Athletics. That's the official site channel. Holy cow. Check this out. This is in from Pete Thamel just now. This is crazy. Breaking news, Pete Thamel says sources, Tennessee quarterback Nico did not attend Tennessee's practice today. He's been in conversations with Tennessee about his new contract. The no-show at practice came as a surprise. Are you kidding me? He's holding out. That's just in. Literally, I just got that on my watch. Pete Thamel, Tennessee quarterback, didn't show up at practice today. Wow. There's no more team. Yo, look, pay me. Show me the money. Remember Jerry Maguire? Man, what was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s name in that movie? Rod Tidwell? It was Rod Tidwell, right? Show me the money. Show me the money. And Jerry's phone line has all those other agents, and Rod Tidwell's keeping him on the line, and he's just losing guy after guy after guy. That was stressful. No, it was Rod Tidwell. Man, he got me sidetracked talking Radio. Radio's a good movie too. It's a true story. Nico's like, show me the money. I'd be like, here's the Alabama game film from last year. We won that game because we piped in extra crowd noise. But watch this game. I'm going to let you watch the whole thing. I'm going to let you watch how you performed in that game. And then once you're done watching that game, come out and let's talk about what you think that we need to pay you. Do you think that you beat Alabama head-to-head? Or do you think it was Dylan Sampson? Do you think it was the fact that, there was other elements like Tennessee's defense? Or do you think it was the fact that, Ryan Williams was targeted 25 different times? Nico wasn't the reason that they beat Alabama last year. He really wasn't. But if you're just checking it out, he didn't show up at practice today. That's according to Pete Thamel. That's wild. Here we are. Yeah, I might let him walk. I might be like, okay. I think you can be a good quarterback. I don't know if you can be elite. We were working on getting you there. But if you want to walk right now, go ahead. Go ahead. Crazy. All right, Dan checking inside the comment box said, okay, I'm a Yale Alabama member. It's telling me I need to get a code and I can't find anywhere I got the ticket for an autograph. The code, I have it right here. If you're a Yale Alabama member, this is the code. But you have to be a member. I signed up to be a member so I could, check out some of the content. All right, you ready for this, Dan? Write this down. If you're a member of Yale Alabama and you want your autograph session ticket, the code is YEA, Y-E-A, autograph session. The Y, the A, and the S are all capitalized. So YEA, autograph session. All right, does that help you out, Dan? Give me a thumbs up if it does, bro. So if that helped you out, Dan, give me a thumbs up. Wild news with Nico. Okay, so today we're talking about the defense. Yesterday we talked about the offense. In case you missed the offense, here's a couple slides from the offense. This is how I have Alabama's first team. You could screenshot that. Lee, what's up, man? See you inside the comment box. I actually really like this offense. This is why that line's moving up with Alabama against Florida State. These guys stay healthy. Simpson does his job. Gets the ball to Ryan Williams. Offensive line. We see a big improvement from Formby. I don't know. This team's going to score a lot of points. So that's the offense. But let's talk about the defense. We spent a lot of time talking about the offense yesterday. We'll talk about the defense. And I think one of the bigger things that we have to discuss is looking at Alabama's defensive line. And this is where a lot of question marks are at when we talk about Alabama's defense. I mean, it's very easy to get excited about the next couple positions. The next couple positions are phenomenal. Huge grades for those coming up. But question marks are here because outside of these two right here, Tim Keenan and James Smith, we don't really know much about Edric Hill, Jeremiah Beeman. London Simmons, I think he'll come back. He'll be on campus in the summer. And then Steve Mbua, he just got here and haven't heard much about Fega. But these three, Edric Hill, he's made waves. Jeremiah Beeman, he's been doing really good. I think James Smith has been a little bit limited this spring. And Steve Mbua has been right there as well. So I think from what we gather, and this isn't like gassing up every single position and being like, things are so great. I think that we did have question marks about this unit. It feels like they made a step forward. If I was to ask collectively, and, if you read your sites out there, your recruiting sites or other shows that you might listen to, I think most everybody would say that the defensive line made a step forward. Now, could you go into the transfer portal if, a big imposing DT nose guard comes out? Yeah, but those guys are almost impossible to get. It's like trying to get top level center in college basketball. It's hard. But I like the guys here. I'm really curious to see what we can get out of Jeremiah Beeman and Stephen Mbua. I have high hopes for him right here, so I guess we'll just have to see. Chris, what's up, man? I see you inside the comment box. Yeah, Dan, sorry about that. What I would do, again, I don't work for Yale, Alabama. I would try like a different browser. Try like, I don't know, Google Chrome or Firefox, or try it from your phone, try it from your wife's phone, something like that. Wish I could help you out, bro, but all I do is, do this. So. Okay, this bandit position. I don't know if there's such a thing. Like, I think there is a thing called the log jam, kind of like waiting your turn, but that's also called high level depth. Right here, you have high level depth. I mean, LT Overton coming back, slam dunk. Kelby Collins, haven't heard too much about him. I think he's working with the inside defensive line as well. So, like, I think he's been like bandit and defensive tackle nose guard. which means that Keon Keeley, he might be a little bit closer to getting on the field. Same thing with Jordan Renard. And these two guys are very, very capable. Like, if we didn't have these guys, or if it was just Kelby Collins, these guys are capable to do their thing this year. It's just LT Overton. He's an exceptional player. I would imagine a first or a second round draft pick in 2026. That's how good he is. I do feel optimistic, though, that we're going to see more of Keon Keeley this year. I know that's one of your biggest questions that you have down on your piece of paper is like, is Keon Keeley going to play? And by the way, he has a new number. I think he's number 9. I have to update the numbers. Solid group, though. Really solid group. The Wolf position. Look at all these guys. This is, look, I'll go full screen on it so you can get a little bit of view. John Latham coming back. I'm always going to say I was still surprised that he came back. Because now look what this does. Quay Rusa, monster. Yanzi Pierre, monster in waiting. This is the second year for Noah Carter. Cavante Henry just got here, and so did Justin Hill. Seriously, like, look at all that talent. That you can rotate in a lot here, but the thing is about this position is you only have one Wolf on the field at a certain time. But it's one hell of a group. Is it the deepest on the defense? I think it. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think, like, talent-wise, from top to bottom, is this the most talented group on the defense? Yeah, for sure. I really do. All right. Look at all these guys. The defense. The reason the Wolf position is deeper than inside linebackers because these younger guys just don't have experience. Caden Jones, limited experience. QB Reese, limited experience, although he's been having a really good spring. Luke Metz just got here. Daryl Duke Johnson just got here. Abdul Sanders killing it. He just got here. Now, this group right here is better talent-wise, but this group right here has more experience. When this man comes back healthy, oh my goodness. Deontay Lawson, he'd probably be a first-round draft pick, right, in 2026. Justin Jefferson really played high last year, such a high level. And then Nakai Hill-Green, he's another senior. So the most experienced group and the most snaps by far is the inside linebackers, but all these guys, limited playing experience. You get what I'm saying? And you also had, before he bounced out, Justin Okoronkwo here. And now you know why he left, because it's going to be hard to get on the field for Caden through Abdul Sanders with these three big dogs coming back. These are all, first, second team SEC type players. All right, we got the corners right here. Man, so Damani's out right now. I think the thing you have to look at with the secondary, and when you're looking at corners or this Husky, which is the extra corner out on the field, these guys are versatile, meaning that they can play different positions. Like Cam Calhoun, I have him as a Husky, but I think he can play corner. Same thing with Deshaun Jones and Red Morgan, right? And I think some of these guys can even play safety if they needed to. Like Red Morgan, I think he could play safety in an emergency type situation. Now, that's a lot of talent. A lot of guys from California, right? Damani, Zabian, Dejon Lee, and then Chuck McDonald. Chuck McDonald over here will get here in the summertime. I would imagine that your starters are going to be Damani and Zabian, but I think Dejon Lee, being he's the top freshman right now, ranking-wise, at least on my board, it's going to be really hard to keep him off the field. And I don't know if there's some sort of position battle between Zabian and Dejon Lee. But if we're really trying to play the best players on the field, I think that's going to be, Mo Lindquist is going to make the call on that. Is experience better than talent? I don't know. But damn, like that, this is a really good room. And I wouldn't sleep on Chuck McDonald either. Oh, that's what's up, Dan. Appreciate it, man. Good for you, Dan. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy you got it taken care of. Good work, bro. Enjoy yourself tomorrow, man. I hope you really have a great day with your family if you're taking them. The safety room, Keon Sabb, I have him listed as out, but I think he's getting closer to being better. Man, look, Bray Hubbard, Zay Mincy, Drake Kirkpatrick. I think Drake Kirkpatrick could maybe play Husky too. I think he's played a Husky a little bit this spring from what I understand. And then Ivan Taylor, I mean, you saw him getting coached up by Kane Womack, super capable. That's a hell of a room. I've seen Cam Howard out there a couple times. I think the fan favorite is Bray Hubbard. And the reason people like Bray Hubbard is because the guy didn't say anything. And then when his time was called, he showed everything. Did you hear what I just said? He didn't say anything, but then when his name was called, he showed everything. And he played at such a high level, and we as a society like work, and we like work more than talk. Is that true? You could talk. Show me on the field. Show me on the field. I love, if you didn't watch The Tide That Binds on the Fox Nation, it was great to see Bray and how he's dedicated, not only like last season or the times that he's playing, to his mom who passed away. It's just a quality dude. And he played great. And for whatever reason, maybe it was just kind of the camaraderie of the defense, or they got in a better rhythm. But when he got on the field, the defense played better. They just played better. I think it was a combination of factors, but you play better when you're out there and you have guys who are playing at a high level. It gives you confidence as a player as well. You played sports out there. When one of your buddies is lighting it up, you're feeling good too, because you know that you can rely on him to take the shot. Ron G75 saying that rhymes. Yeah. A little poetry today. Yeah, I like the series. It was a good series. And then I think, on top of everything else, is the special teams. I have no idea what the special teams is going to look like tomorrow. That's probably, something that I will have my eye on. And, of course, everybody else is, what do we see from these kickers in any type of special team situations? I mean, there's a lot of guys that we just don't know about because they're new. Connor Talty, is he going to be the kicker? Who's going to be the punter? What is that going to look like? I think that's going to be those are going to be two difficult areas to replace. This graphic should get everybody excited. And this is why that line continues to climb up for Alabama versus Florida State, is you have, look at this star-studded cast. The Wolf, you have, and I just listed some of the starters. I have no idea who will be the actual starters. There's not going to be a depth chart, but just going off what we know, this is kind of how we're feeling. The star indicates a player that played a significant amount of time last year. Okay? So we'll start at the top with the Wolf. Quay Russaw played a significant time last year. Absolutely very good. Tim Keenan. James Smith. James Smith played over 300 snaps. Tim Keenan was a starter last year. The Bandit position, LT Overton. He was a starter last year. Corner, Xavier Brown. Started every game last year. Inside backer, Justin Jefferson, Nakai Hill Green. Those guys played significant. Nakai Hill Green had 82 tackles at Colorado last year. Deontay Lawson, he was a starter last year before he got injured. Corners down at the bottom, Damani Jackson or Dejon Lee. Damani Jackson started every game last year. Up at the Husky position, I don't know what's going on up here. You don't have a starter coming back here, but you have a lot of talent. On the back end, you have Keon Sabb. He started until he got hurt. And then on the bottom right here, Bray Hubbard, he started when Keon Sabb got hurt, right? And then Zay Mincy right here, he played excellent against Michigan. So this graphic right here should tell you why everybody is really excited about Alabama's defensive side. And that's the thing. When I talk, in short bites, if you ask me, Kyle, why is Alabama's team going to be better this year? I show them this graphic. This graphic speaks for itself. These guys are good, and they have experience, and they play together, and they have the same coaches, right? And the offensive side, I'm going to tell you Ryan Grubb. And I think that was the missing link last year when Alabama was laying the tracks. So Ryan Grubb on offense and his overall schematics and ability to work with the offense, Coach Kalen DeBoer, the whole system. And then on the defensive side, I point to this. Now, it's going to be tough because, again, special teams. We don't know special teams. And if you're a casual football fan out there, you're like, oh, it's the kicker's the kicker and the punter's the punter. No. It's like the kicker and the punter is such vital parts, right? It's like the kicker and the punter are like your feet. You ever tried to move without your feet? You can't. So you could have everything else working perfectly on your body, but if your right foot and your left foot, if they're not there, or they don't work properly, you ain't going anywhere. You specifically aren't going the distance, okay? You might be able to crawl somewhere, but don't think out there that the special teams isn't a critical part. And that's an area that I do feel a little bit concerned. It would make me really happy if Alabama went into the transfer portal and found the top kicker or was something like that. But then again, Coach Kalen DeBoer hasn't really said much, about Connor Talty, like not missing kicks or whatever. We just don't know. They've done a really good job kind of keeping information in this year, which is cool. But that's my show today. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me today, as always. It's Feel Good Friday. I hope that you guys stay blessed. I hope you guys stay where your feet are at. If you guys are interested to check out my daily men's devotional, there's a link inside the comment box. Check it out. Give it a watch. I got a good interview coming up with my little sister today who's super dialed in. I appreciate you guys. I'll post where I'm going to be in A-Day, either like a short form video or a post inside the community tab. Stay blessed. Stay where your feet are at. Have an amazing day. It's Friday. It's Feel Good Friday. Enjoy your life. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Patriot Live, I appreciate you. Titan, Florida, Taylor, for the super chats. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Have a blessed day. Catch you soon as news happens, or every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. right here on Bama Football on YouTube.